Alright, so like I said, I'm back. It's been a long winter, and we didn't get nearly as much done last year as we had hoped, so we're way behind schedule. I thought I'd use this opportunity to give a bit of an update on the build and where we're going to go from here. So when we started this, as we'd mentioned, this is a car for my daughter. She's 16. She gets her full driver's license right around June 1st of this year. So it's May now, so that doesn't give us much time. You can see we still got a long ways to go. So rather than do kind of the full restoration that we were planning to originally, I think what we're going to do is finish up the bodywork, try and get this into paint, and then put the car back together and slowly work on the mechanical parts as we go, kind of as we're driving it. So we do know, I have had the car running kind of once we first purchased it, but it's got some issues, I think, mostly that we know of. There's some electrical issues that need to get taken care of, so we're going to work on that. Really, other than that, it's just getting it all back together, so fingers crossed. It's been a while since I took everything apart, and I'm new to these rabbits, so hopefully I can get it back together, and we're probably going to have to order some parts to replace the things that we just can't reuse, so hopefully that doesn't tie us up too much. But other than that, let's get to it. Okay, so when we left off, I was doing some sanding of the high field primer to kind of prep it for the next coat. So what I'm going to do now is just kind of go over things with some isopropanol, clean it up, and take a look. I think there's a few small pinholes and things that I need to just put a little bit of filler into, and then we're going to get ready to spray down a second coat of the high field primer. So let's get at it. Okay, so somewhere along the line, this fender took a bit of damage here. I must have dropped it or something, because I'm sure it was in good shape when I got them, but this corner got damaged a bit. I'll bring the camera in and show you, and then basically I'm going to have to go ahead and kind of do a quick repair on this. So glad I caught it now before paint anyway. So. Okay, so you can see just right here, it's bent up a little bit and it has a bit of a high spot. I've looked at it kind of from the underside and tried kind of hammering it out a bit, and it's not really working. So I think what I'm going to do is, it's probably not the right way to do it, but like I said, I'm running out of time and I need to get this done. So I'm going to just cut this off, weld it back together, and smooth it out. So. Grinded that down, smoothed it out. It worked out a lot better than I thought. It didn't create a hole or anything like I thought it was going to, so I guess that metal had just been pushed together. So now I'm going to take it off again. I just want to see what it looked like on here. I'll use some body filler just to smooth out that corner and get it the lines looking sharp again. So. that's looking a lot better. I'm going to let that cure up a little harder, and then I probably just need, there's a couple little pinholes that I'm going to have to take care of, but I'm pretty happy with that. So let's move on to the next thing. Okay, so for those my loyal subscribers, both of you, you probably may have remembered that I removed this seat support and I've never put it back in. I painted the interior, it still wasn't in. So before I finish up the painting, I need to get this reinstalled. So that's what I'm going to work on now. I'm going to just kind of trim the edge, get it nice and square, because I think I'm going to have to add a little big piece there. So I'm going to do that before I start welding it in. So I'm just I'm going to run a piece of masking tape along there just to square up the edge. Cut a nice straight line, and then see how it fits. Weld in the piece, make sure it fits correctly. Get some primer down on the inside of it, and then start welding it into the car. So let's go. Okay, so here you can see I've just created this kind of cardboard template of the fill piece I need to make. So now basically I'm going to trace that onto a piece of sheet metal, and then I will cut it out and weld it onto the support, confirm that it fits, and then get ready to weld the entire support back into the car. So. Just basically in place now. The fit is pretty good. I'm just still trying to figure out the best way to install this and when I'm going to do it. It's basically ready to go in now. I just need to remove some of the paint around the edges. Apply primer probably to the inside of this to make sure that it's not going to rust from the inside out. And then it's just a matter of installing it. So, yeah, there we go. Okay, so I've got the seat support in. It's all secured here. I just did a quick skim coat of filler over the welds there just to smooth it out. And then I think what I'm going to do is, once this all dries and stuff, is just put a bit of seam sealer around the edges to keep water from getting in underneath. And then I'll paint that once I'm doing the rest of the paint. So, but basically I'm out of time for today. The body's pretty much ready to go for that last coat. I've got to just double check on the, I didn't get around to working on the trunk lid, but I think it's pretty close. It might just need a little bit of pits filled, but I think it's pretty good. But yeah, unfortunately that's it for today, but please, if you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week, hopefully.